Hi, fifth graders. We're going to do another flipped lesson today, and we're going to continue to work on how to write delicious response to literature. But today we're going to take it a step further because as fifth graders, not only do you have to determine one main idea of the article, but you have to be able to figure out two main ideas. So we're going to talk about how to do that. Before we get started, though, I want you to look at this ice cream sundae and take your blank ice cream sundae page in front of you and try to fill out the different parts of a delicious response to literature. Once you have them filled out, raise your hand. A teacher will come and check them, and then you'll come back to the video. Go ahead and do this now. Okay, so you're continuing the video. That means you've had your ice cream sundae approved by a teacher in the classroom. All right, so now we're going to get into I can determine two main ideas of an article. And really, I think the best way to start this is just to realize that articles can have lots of main ideas because it depends on your background knowledge as well as the author's background knowledge to get the meaning out of the article. So I'm just going to show you some different main ideas that you guys came up with on your own as fifth graders. A lot of you had correct answers, but your answers weren't identical. So we're going to look at three different ones today just to show you that there can be two main ideas for the same article. So this student said that the main idea in this article is do not waste pencils because some students do not have any pencils. So they said that their main idea is do not waste pencils because some students or some people do not have any pencils. That's awesome. That definitely was a main point in the article. Let's look at this student. They said the main idea of this article is to help kids and people in poor countries. Does that fit this article? Is that something it was mainly about? Definitely. And here's another one. The main idea of this article is to give to the poor. Okay, similar idea as here, okay, but just a little bit different. Now if we go back to the one we looked at yesterday, the for example, this person kind of brought it all together. They said the main idea of this article is how Kyle Vandervelden helps to get pencils to people that need them all around the world. So it's still helping people that need things, helping poor people, but it's also to not waste the pencils inside of that. This student here said is to give kids pencils to around the world. Okay, do not waste pencils. Another one that I saw. Pencils are being wasted. Is that a main idea of the article? Is that what it was mostly about? Sure. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so now the key thing here, though, is that if you're going to pick a different main idea, you have to make sure your details are matching once again, okay? So this person said that the main idea in this article is do not waste pencils because some people do not have any pencils, okay? So the do not waste pencils is supported by this first detail. It says thousands of people throw away millions of pencils every year. Awesome. That backs up the idea that we shouldn't be wasting them, but we are. Then the next part says, some poor countries do not get a school education because they cannot afford pencils. Okay, so now they're telling us why we need to help these people. They can't get an education. And lastly, they say some poor countries think a pencil is a rare and treasured thing. Awesome. I also like this student Sprinkles. In my opinion, I think what Kyle did was very generous. Nice job. So all three of these details match that main idea. Now, this one was just talking about that the main idea is we should help people. We should help people in poor countries. So let's see if the details match. The kids who gave away pencils learned so much. They learned that in poor countries, even a pencil can be as special to them. They also added that Kyle joined a group called Right to Write. Now that one, I definitely would expand a little bit more to say how is that helping kids in poor countries. But we know because we read the article that does fit. That's the purpose of the group. Last, they said, Kim Oppenheimer also runs the group, and she sends pencils and pens all over the world. So it's all about ways that they are helping these kids. They really weren't focused at all on how we waste pencils because that wouldn't have fit fit their main idea of kids and people in poor countries. So they have to match. So nice job to these two people. They did a great job. So please just be aware of this. We're going to be getting into, on Wednesday and Thursday, looking at two main ideas again. And we'll continue to work on this standard. You guys can start with daily 2 now. Thank you.